Hindsight. I learned so much during my fitness journey, but all that information would have been pretty darn handy when I first started. If you want to learn from my mistakes, stay tuned. Welcome to the Elite Body, the YouTube channel where we tackle your common fat loss as well as muscle gain questions and promote the benefits of using the latest and greatest fitness technology so you can reach your body goal destination efficiently. Alright, Data Fit crew, in this week's video, I'll be letting you know 9 things that I wish I knew when I started my fitness journey. Now, if I would have known all this and I could have avoided these mistakes, it would have been great, but honestly, I've grown as a person making mistakes, so I'm not saying you shouldn't make mistakes, but if you can avoid all the mistakes in the world, obviously, wouldn't you want to do it, right? So I'm gonna let you know my 9 hindsights so you can avoid making these mistakes. So if you want to succeed and not make my mistakes, let's dig in. First, do your due diligence. There are so many programs and supplements out there. I tried so many supplement brands, so many online workout plans. Many are healthy and effective and work for people, and some aren't. So you want to make sure what you're doing is not ineffective or downright dangerous. With the rise of social media, there's so many influencers trying to sell you stuff, so many workout plans you can try, but what the heck do these people know? Do they even have the credentials? You always want to check.
While most of the things around you are safe, there might be times when you or your friends come across something that isn't so safe, even something that could hurt you a lot. You find yourself near danger. And that's where you and your friends might act differently.
A fit body doesn't mean that they have all the information that you need to transform your body. And same with products. Just because it's touted as being the greatest doesn't mean it's that awesome. Check out my supplement video here to learn a little bit more. What you want to make sure is that you're getting information from good sources. So for supplement research, I like examine.com. For exercise research, I love Human Kinetics. And for weight program research and nutrition research, I also love Weightology and the National Center of Biotechnology information from the U.S. National Library of Medicine has so much health research too. The second thing I wish I would have known is that there's no perfect diet. We're all so different. That's why you'll hear some people swearing by keto, and it may totally work for them and may not work for you. Others may be paleo or veganism, and maybe it totally works for you. There are so many differences between all of us and so many differences between all these different nutrition ideologies. So you want to make sure that you're choosing something that is aligned with you. So there's a lot of studies that look at meal patterns, whether IF works or 6 meals, and honestly, whatever you can stick with is going to be the best. 2 people of the same age, sex, height, and weight could follow the same workout and diet program and get different results. This is why you need to experiment and see, is paleo for you? Is veganism for you? Is low carb good for you? Do 2 meals work better or 6 meals? You'll need to actually test it out for yourself and be your own experiment and not chase the best and the perfect and the only, because honestly, each person's a little different, so you're not going to find that answer on the internet. The third thing, take photos. Like in the beginning, I just I don't really want to take photos. You may not feel confident. Like there's nothing wrong with taking a selfie, but taking a full body selfie, that's totally different, right? So I highly recommend you take full body photos with good lighting so you can see all the physical changes through the photos. And photos tell stories. So you want to take front, side, back shots every couple of months. Wear the same clothes, and each time make sure your arms are just relaxed by your side. You're not flexing and doing some awkward contortion angles. And my tip for this, place your phone against a stack of books and use video and rotate every 3 to 5 seconds and then do screenshots of those, all right? The fourth thing I wish I would have known, you don't have to lift weights yet, all right? So everyone's like, oh God, you need to build your metabolism, lift weights, lift heavy. You'll probably want to get to that eventually, but when you're starting off, it's super daunting. And if you are at a busy gym, it's even more intimidating, right? So you can skip it for now, but if you're serious about losing weight, you don't have to stress about doing everything so quickly. When I first started, I could not really afford my gym membership, but I got one because I thought that was what I was supposed to do. And honestly, I went to the same app machine day after day after day. Instead, I just canceled that membership after a while. I was like, I'm not using this. And I just focused on eating better meals, and I decided to run because it's free. So I suggest you do the same. If you can't afford a gym membership or you don't feel confident, what do you like? Do you like hiking? Do you like biking? Do you like dance? Do you like yoga? Find something that you like and focus on that instead of jumping into weights. And when you're ready, focus on movements such as squats, lunges, deadlifts, push-ups, bench press. You want to make sure you're doing the key movements when you do get to weight training. Don't focus on doing all the crazy stand on one toe, upside down, spin out of control exercise. The key to lifting is to really focus on the fundamentals, and there's so many cool places online where you can look up upper body workouts, lower body, what are the key movements that I need to learn in order to master those. But until you get to that point, settle with doing what you're passionate about. The fifth thing I wish I would have known, ditch the scale. I once got a DEXA scan and I was 130 pounds at about 18% body fat. I was so annoyed because I didn't lose weight after months of training, but I went back in and I was actually 130 pounds at 15% body fat. So you see, the scale doesn't always tell you everything. It doesn't tell you what happened with your fat composition, your muscle composition. That's why you want to test your body fat and you want to take photos. Like I mentioned, there's this famous image of women the same height and different weights, and they look so different. So you want to make sure that you're tracking your body composition as well, because you can see that you can look completely different at the same weight. So that's really the goal, right? Less body fat. If your goal is body fat loss, more muscle gain, you want to be able to track that, right? Fortunately, we have the means of tracking it. We have DEXAs, we have bob pads, we have ultrasound, we have calipers. You can also track the inches lost and gain using 3D body scanners. So whatever method you use, consistently use that same method. If you can, have the same person conduct the test for you, and that's going to help a lot with consistency. I don't recommend getting tested on different 3D machines and different body fat tests because the numbers are gonna look different, and don't get stuck on vanity. You may be tested with calipers and it's 29% and you're like, oh my God, I think I'm lower than that. Just know if it's going up or down. Look for trends, don't look for vanity metrics, okay? The sixth thing I wish I would have really focused in on was rest. As it turns out, hashtag team no days off sounds great, but it's really not great for the body. Your body needs a break in order to rebuild. Working out too much can actually lead to overtraining, injury, and burnout. So taking 1 to 2 rest days per week is really helpful for recovery. And now I don't mean you to lay on the couch all day and sit. You can have active recovery days, go on long walks, go on hikes, just do something less intense in your normal workout routine, all right? Because research shows active recovery, whether it's long walks or even recovery things like massage, can help with decreasing fatigue and decreasing muscle soreness. So you wanna make sure you're prioritizing recovery. Tip number 7, you guys have heard me say this a lot, you can ask for help. You don't have to do this alone. Identify the areas where you struggle. Are you struggling with form? So hire a trainer. Are you struggling with getting your meals done? Hire a meal prep company. Are you struggling with getting in your cardio? Join a walking group. So you want to have a support system, and that is going to really help you stay on track. Find your hashtag FitFam wherever you work out so you can find the motivation to keep going. The 8th thing, I wish I would have focused earlier on. So confession time. I used to sit on the recumbent bike, flipping through a magazine, looking at my phone, or even just like putting my iPad up and watching my favorite show, and like my steps were getting slower, the sweat was beating less. Sometimes I would forget to count reps, and like honestly, don't distract yourself. Really get connected, your mind with your body, with your activity. It's not beneficial just to go through the motions. You want to be physically connected. You want to make sure you're practicing good form and technique. You want to make sure you're counting reps. You want to learn how to deal with discomfort and stay present. You'll get more out of your workout than you would if you just kind of zone out. You might as well not do anything if you're going to do that, all right? So really tune in and focus. And we spend so much time multitasking. Let's give ourselves a rest of that, and during our workout, just really hyper focus in at the task at hand. It will mean a lot for results. The 9th thing I would have known, stay the course. Honestly, don't give up too quickly. You see, I would go on a certain nutrition protocol for 3 to 4 weeks. Oh, I don't think this is working. Switch to a different nutrition protocol. Go to a certain group fitness class for 5 or 8 weeks. I don't know if this is working or not. I just got into my head. What you have to realize is that consistency and patience go a long way. Because think about it, you spent a year or years or decades in the body that you're in. What's 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks gonna really do to change that? I always recommend committing 12 to 16 weeks to give yourself some time to notice some changes to your workout and nutrition program. It's important that it's data driven, so don't guess if you're being successful. Test your body fat, take measurements to see if these changes are really happening. If you want some tips for how to plan your first workout, please check out this video here so you can create your first workout plan for fitness. And you'll learn my 8 tips for creating that plan. I'll see you over on that video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I post videos every Wednesday. Thank you so much for watching.